Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yay.
I was in the zone. I felt like there was a live audience. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Mm. What you having? Big mug of vodka?
Yeah, that's just all gin.
Oh, wow. What a power move.
Saying by the end.
Just freshly hard-pressed juniper berries.
Oh, no way. I've been in the desert for 3 days. I would fucking die if I had that much liquor.
Parched.
Oh, God. It's weird. I like just that heat. Just being out, barely being in it. Like,
well, I know. I want to start the episode with an ooh girl, and my ooh girl was this is a little rosé with some cubes with some bergs in it.
Lovely.
Third one of the day.
Nice.
Just fell asleep in the lawn petting a stray cat.
Yep. Story checks out.
That's my ooh girl.
That's a great one.
A great afternoon. It's Thursday. We're off schedule. Two people are watching this.
There
I
you
feel
go.
good about it.
Yeah. Hey, Jake deserved day off. We had to give it to him.
Yeah, he's working hard. That gamer chair he sits in every week is falling apart.
Exactly. You've got to get out of that so someone can fix it.
What's important is to roast somebody with a visual joke that nobody else can see.
No one knows
hear the laughter.
What you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, Jake, doing the Lord's work back there.
He really is.
Oh, there it is. See, look at everybody.
At that.
You know what? Okay, can I say what makes me nuts is that's such like a designed chair with like these chevron marks, and then the pillow is just over just enough to where I don't have OCD except for very weird like look at that fucking pillow. Move. No, on the chair you sit in.
Well, I can't even see. How can you? Do you have a wider frame than me? I can't even see a
neck pillow. Move.
Oh,
too far.
I'm looking at the butt. I didn't realize that was even
just
a pillow.
sit down. So you're driving me nuts. Sit down. You're driving me nuts right now, Jake.
The neck roll.
You're killing me.
I'm like looking for
turn off your screen.
Something. Okay.
The asymmetrical setup is making me crazy.
I just love that it looks like he just tore it right out of an IROC Z that was modified. just took like a modified sports car that someone just has that seat built in for racing and just put it right in his desk.
Got this at a police auction. 30 date rapes happened in this thing.
They shot this guy 37 times. Take a look. See if you can find a hole. I did all the upholstery myself.
Did you listen, the rosés got me not riding that PC wave, but
boy.
Did you ever hear I said PC and the Siri thing came in. You ever hear the jokes about what it was the Siri box I said earlier. See, right. You fucking bitch. All right.
Was that the non-PC thing? Calling Siri a bitch? The
non-PC thing is that about how IROC stands for Italian retards out cruising. Did you ever hear those jokes?
That's an old one. No, that's God. That reminds me. God, that's like back from like high school days. Mm-hmm. I just had a flashback to that one.
Yeah, that was like when I first. Do you remember like a thing you'd say in high school where you're like, oh, maybe I'll be a comedian because you kind of had a go-to bit?
Of course. Yeah.
That everybody kind of had a go-to bit before they realized what comedy was. You're like, this is the thing that makes people laugh. And because I grew up with Italians, they would always wear the very proud Italian shirts.
Of course.
Like, not only am I Italian, I'm also perfect, or whatever the shit it would say.
Yeah, yeah.
And I made up a fake one. I would just tell like, hey, you know why Italy's shaped like a boot? Because it kicks fucking ass. And that was my go-to.
Just co-opting, trying to fit in. That's great.
My friends who were Italian would throw a big Halloween party, and my one buddy, Brian, who's Filipino, showed up with like the leather bomber jacket that said 100% Italian on the back of it.
God bless.
And the sandwich hat backwards with a baseball bat, because they would always beat the shit out of people with baseball bats in my town.
Sure.
And as soon as he walked in, we're like, that's hilarious. You need to get out of here right now.
Yeah. Oh, so one of them's gonna get really drunk and just be like,
nobody needed any alcohol. They just looked at him like, is this guy making fun of us? Like they couldn't tell that the Filipino guy wearing the 100% Italian leather jacket was making fun of him on Halloween.
It's a hilarious satire, / tribute. How would you not think that was fantastic?
I was wearing Ace Frehley face paint. I'm like, I'm not getting my ass kicked in this. I already got in trouble. I made out with a girl in the bathroom. There was like, what were you doing? It was like nothing, and I just had no paint around my mouth and shit.
Oh, good. She comes out looking like Peter Criss because of
Yeah.
paint on her face.
Meow.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Who's talking?
That wasn't me. Was that Jake just coming in?
Jake. Hey, clean it up on the producer end, Jake.
Come on, man.
What if something's happened? Has there been Zoom crimes yet? Has there been like a break-in on Zoom?
I think I talked about this. The first Zoom show I did was this one that's like this gal that's out of the Comedy Store, and like I was getting angry because this dick kept showing up, like a picture of a giant penis just kept showing up, and it was that thing where it went from like funny, okay, stop it, and the guy just kept, and they'd kick him off and he'd come back on, and then I'm like, all right, now I'm getting mad, and then like once I thought it was totally gone, he came back and it was like, all right, now it's funny again. But I was also like, okay, but I think we're not going to top that. Let's just fucking cut this. Let's not even do this show / podcast or whatever.
Sounds about right.
I think that's never happened with us, which I'm surprised about. I'm super surprised.
Nobody's watching this, let alone going through the trouble of figuring out how to send a dick pic into it. We're gonna ruin it if it's one other viewer. They got a dick pic themselves. That's all they're doing.
And all of our drinkers / viewers would just be like, "Oh, that makes sense." They'd think like Jake just put it in there. You're just like,
I think it's one of our dicks.
We
just stood up. We weren't wearing pants all the time.
Just one of us passed out, hands still on the penis.
I was gonna, but then I decided I wasn't. Then I fell asleep.
You know, I really respect the fact that one of them tried jacking off before he passed out drunk, and this left the camera on. You know, and they didn't edit it out. They still put it on the Patreon and everything.
Views are views, baby.
That's all that matters.
Oh, that's us. Because I can't say. I gotta say Siri real quiet to the mic. Fuck you, right. You fucking bitch.
Yeah, you're like me with
it here. And it hears.
Yeah.
So we've been watching a show Alone. Have you watched that yet?
No.
Great show.
Okay.
It's they take like 10 contestants on the 7th season. They take 10 contestants. They drop them off in the Arctic. They have their own camera camera gear. So they film themselves.
Okay.
And they just have to survive.
For
100 days. Like that's it. They have 10 items. Build a shelter, find your food, and survive. And it's called Alone.
Holy shit.
And me and the missus have been enjoying it. It's reality TV, but it's in a way educational, and it's not super exploitive.
I got you.
But so she we got the Apple TV remote trying to find it, and Rachel holds the microphone button down and just goes, Alone. And Apple TV just goes, are you? And I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
That's horrifying.
And I heard it in your voice. Oh, because you have some bit where it's you your response is just like, oh really, or like there's like the where do you live or something. But I heard it in a Braunger creepy voice, like, Alone, are you?
I'm in the Apple TV. I've just been hiding in the house, waiting for the right time to scare the shit out of you both.
Just like a guy in the Apple TV, like, got him.
Yes.
But I heard it. I heard it in your creepy voice.
Oh fuck!
Are you?
I've had like the Bluetooth speaker middle of the night go, iPhone ready to pair, like middle in the dark of the night, where I'm just like, I would argue, my creepy voice,
robots.
Just a confident young female voice in your house out of nowhere, out of the darkness, is like, that's a demon spirit. Fuck this. So fucking scary.
We've shut off. We don't have any Alexa or anything up here. And I've only in the last 3 weeks started using the talk to the robots feature.
You sure?
And clearly it's not going well already. Fuck, I didn't say anything. Right now, can you hear me? Can you hear me right now?
I hear you. You're talking to me?
I can't hear you. But it says, and clearly it's not going well. Like it knows that I'm mocking it.
Is it giving you notes on how to do a Zoom show? Is it basically Be
You know, a
sure
great
to look
note would be
directly at
don't
the light.
interrupt. Yeah, don't interrupt. I already look barrel chested because I'm sitting in an Adirondack chair in a room.
That is an Adirondack chair. You've got an outdoor chair indoors.
We have minimal furniture in this
I
house,
love it.
so we brought some outdoor furniture inside. I fell asleep in an Adirondack chair outside. And
Wow.
now this is the one where I watch TV from.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
we
what's
have
Jake?
Adirondack
Jake's got
chairs on our
something to say.
porch. But
Well, that's where they belong, is outside. They're very comfortable. Guess what? If they're comfortable outside, they're going to be comfortable inside.
that's true. That's true. God damn it. Speaking of comfortable outside, it's the wildest thing to be in that.
God damn it. Speaking of comfort.
No, I mean, we were in this house the last 3 days. We were gifted the use of this Palm Springs house as like a last hullabaloo, just to be somewhere else.
I was going to say you were in Ojai the week before there.
Yeah, well, that was us. We had that. We were just like, all right,
California
let's do this. But this was like kind of someone was like, hey, I thought we'd get you this. And
you guys are having your own Huell Hauser tribute tour throughout
basically, yeah. So we lucked out, but it was nuts just being like going outside the house and just being like, oh, it's 120 degrees. I would go get us lunch or something, and the guy's like, oh, just have a seat outside. And I'm like, oh, Christ.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can't be. No disease can live out there.
I mean, people are eating outdoors there. We never went to a restaurant. I'm not fucking with any of that.
But I can't imagine it, like the particles that would carry anything don't just dissipate and evaporate.
Yeah. And it was windy. We brought this enormous inflatable swan. We usually use for erotic purposes. But no, we use it's a pool floaty, and it's huge. It's like the size of two of me. And we had it wedged against the fence. Got up in the morning after this insane windstorm, gone. It's in this crazy dude's yard over the thing, who's like not home. He's like, you were in this nice little well laid out Palm Springs house, and then you look over and it's just like, oh, mounds of trash, and this thing is just wedged between a tree and a fence, and I'm like making a lasso out of a garden hose and can't hook it.
Hey, guess who you needed in that time now, huh?
I did.
Your boy Kyle, who knew how to traverse these Palm Springs borders.
That's true. I got the pool dragger, and I taped it to the end of a mop, and then went over the fence, tried to get it by the neck, wouldn't work. Hooked his nose, could not get him. Fucker. Yeah.
Did you leave it? Did you just abandon it?
Yeah, because I couldn't. There's no one home. We rang the Ring doorbell. They couldn't. I don't know. Weren't watching us. They couldn't see us. Couldn't let us in. But like outside of just, as Ian Edwards would call it, trespassing, I couldn't get in.
I love a little bit of Jamaican still sneaks in there.
I like it's a bit about how there's no such thing as shark attacks.
Yeah.
You're in his house. You trespassing.
Trespassing. Now, if you're in the shower, you get a tap on the shoulder, and the shark's behind you like, what's up, player?
What's up, player?
That's a shark attack.
That's a shark attack. Yeah.
Dude, I remember, I don't know if it was last summer that Rachel and I went to Palm Springs. A lot of people might not understand that level of heat. Like, it is not a joke about being 112, 115 degrees, where I had never seen, like, I didn't understand why people kept their windshield wipers off their car.
Yeah.
And it's because your windshield wipers will melt to your windshield.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
I couldn't understand why people were doing that. It's like when you go somewhere cold and you don't know what the plugs are coming out from the front. It's like, oh, to heat your engine before you start it. To coddle your V8 before you turn the key.
That's exactly right. I mean, I was impressed. I was impressed just watching people like just be out walking.
Do anything. Do anything.
Like, I'm in an air-conditioned car, like, oh my God.
We rolled into town in the car with air conditioning on, like, all right, we're here. We're too early to check into the thing yet. Let's get something to eat. And we were outside of the car for maybe 3 minutes and fighting each other.
Yeah.
And before we're like, we're not mad. We're just hot.
Yes.
Let's have this conversation in the car. And we're like, oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. That wasn't human beings talking to each other. That was like drowning rats clawing at each other to find air.
Like a severe hangover, your body thinks you're dying. So that kind of heat, you're just like, your body's like, don't take no shit from nothing. This is your last fight.
It's the only place I could think where having like an air conditioned pool would be important because we'd stay at ones where like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, but there's a pool and you get in it and you're still just like, yeah, not
Uh-huh.
great.
Well, the wild thing is you get in as like the sun's about to go down. It's like, oh, it's like only 95 now. Let's go outside. Let's go to the pool. But you'd go in and you'd come out. You're like, holy shit, that was great. And then the wind would hit you and you're just freezing and your nipples just harden into diamonds. And you're like, what the fuck?
Went from
Because the
sitting
desert
in
goes from hot to to like cold night like that.
sitting in a pond of my own sweat all day.
Yeah, Jesus God.
Anyway, glad it was a nice weekend.
It was great.
In this hellscape that people go to all the time as a vacation.
I will be honest. I kind of had a night of panic attack sleeping last night though, because you know we went to the doctor on Monday and like got the whole ultrasound. Baby's good. She's doing great. Everything's on track. She's like 6 pounds, 10 ounces already. So, you know, still got weeks to go, evidently.
Yeah.
I don't know how big this thing's going to get. And yes, I called her a thing. But,
Just
you know, we
burst
asked the
right
doctor,
out.
we're like, any idea? I mean, August 10th is when it's supposed to happen. Any idea between now and then if she'll come early? And she's like, if I could answer that question, I'd be a billionaire. I'll see you guys next time, you know? And we left. So last night, we had a nice dinner. We're just sitting in front of the TV watching Say I Do, the wedding show where the three gay friends basically hook up the weddings for people that are like down on their luck or something. Just real tearjerker shit. Very fun.
Okay.
Highly recommend.
Okay.
But we're binging that shit and we're watching it and Kara's like, ugh, she just looks uncomfortable. And this girl's already been kicking her in the ribs a lot.
I just say the message in chat from Jake Browne to everyone. OMG, I love that show.
OMG. That's what's up, Jake. It's great. So we're watching it and she just like looks like she's not in a good mood. I'm like, what's up, babe? She's like, I just don't feel good. And I'm like, okay. And then she's like, ooh. And I'm like, you all right? And she's like, yeah, I think I'm just tired. I don't know. And I'm just like, are you fucking like we got everything. We got the baby bag and everything. But
what'd you eat for dinner? What was the dinner?
We had like fish, fried rice.
Okay.
And yeah, nothing. It was good. Real good dinner. But like
I don't know if like the food does a thing. I'm curious.
No, I didn't think it did, but it's like, you know, it's like 110 miles back to LA. And I'm just like, am I gonna have to fucking we're about to go to bed. I'm like, I am exhausted. You know, am I gonna have to get in the car? I'm like worried about falling asleep behind the wheel.
It's crazy that there's no hospitals in Palm Springs too, with all the old people in the heat. You'd think they'd have one or two.
No, I want to go to my doctor. The one we've been dealing with. I don't want just some crusty old desert doctor in the middle. No, I'll get it out.
Oh, you don't want some fresh eyes under the hood?
Let me just shake out the DTs. You got a cold one on you?
You don't want some guys. You want some guy.
Steady.
You want some guy riding his Honda Valkyrie in from Pahrump? Just stare up your wife.
It's up there. It's up here, Jesus, right?
You guys got any Visine? It is dry out there.
Oh man, I haven't slept in 3 fucking days, man. You ever snort Vivarin?
Dude, I hope it's August 10th because it's the only baby's birthday I'll remember because it's Rachel's birthday.
Hey.
It's ex-girlfriend's Emily's birthday. I've forgotten both their birthdays, and they have talked to each other about how I've forgotten both their birthdays, and it is a thing.
Oh, I hope she's born on that day so you can forget 3 birthdays.
Oh, God, that's what I need, is the pressure of
a fucking hat trick.
Someone else.
That'd be fantastic.
Thank you, Jake. Thanks for weighing in. I appreciate it. You busted ass gamer chair and your fucking faceless tile that you can.
It's not busted. From. It's quite nice.
It upset the asymmetry of it upsets me.
I didn't. I'm still tripping over the fact that I was looking at the butt the whole time. Like I can't even see the butt. How can you? You have a wider screen than me? I don't understand what's happening.
When something's designed to be like, you know what upsets me the most is like you ever get like, oh hey, here's a free T-shirt.
Sure.
And you're like, oh, this is a cool T-shirt, and then the screen print is just like off.
Oh sure.
I can't do it. I can't.
No way.
There's one shirt. It's from a place called Lucky's Bar in Eugene, Oregon, where
Oh,
the graphic design is so abhorrent.
yes.
First off, they spell Lucky Luckey.
Oh,
That's over here. The
right.
address is kind of in the middle,
Okay.
but then the address line is like the street, the town, the name of the like state, and it's so all over the place. It aligns and it's chaos.
It's so phoned in.
But when something is just a little bit over,
Oh,
where
the
you know
worst.
nobody else will know, like
Yeah.
I feel everybody has a level of OCD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, do you have like a t-shirt that is so fucked up you like can't throw it away, or that's just so weird? You got a lot of
I
t-shirts.
mean, you mean like the fit or the design, or like
The,
most
de-
t-shirts? I
the
wear
design, like,
t-shirts
because I have a shirt
like
that
this
you've
thing is
seen it.
a
It's
huge
all
one.
red. It's a nice shirt, and it has Santa eating, and his eyes look fucking insane. He looks like something. He looks. This is gonna sound terrible. He looks like uh FAS Santa. He looks like fetal alcohol syndrome Santa. Like something how his face is kind of, you know what I'm talking about. And he's eating, and the shirt just says Xmas is ribs in cursive. Just says Christmas is ribs.
Hell yeah.
And it's I love it. I can't get rid of it. But if I wear it, I get stopped on the street where people are like, wait, what is that? What are you talking about? Is that a Christmas rib place? What does that mean? Almost like they're angry. Why is
Yeah.
Christmas ribs?
Where did you get it?
Well, my buddy Brian McKee just gave it to me. I don't know where he got it. He was like, "This is the fucking stupidest shirt I've ever seen." I hear it's
In
yours.
in the land of I don't know if we talked about this last time, like Meth Syndicate, who everybody should follow, Meth Syndicate on
Yes,
Instagram. His whole thing is like the quest for the worst shirt that we
yes.
talked about. Did we talk about his stuff on the show
You've
already?
mentioned him to me, but that's a good reminder because I should send him a screenshot of my shirt because I think it's worthy.
He makes them. He make like I sent him an idea because I thought I don't know if I told I thought about like what about Notorious B.I.G. but it's Tom Hanks from the movie Big.
Yes, well,
And
yes, you
he
talked about that last week.
okay, I did talk about it. But there's some like it's the shirts that people don't realize they're bad.
Yes,
Like people don't know they're making a novelty shirt. And like
that's
I
it.
bought it. I was at a gas station in Georgia, I think, and I got a shirt that said "Just say no to the devil," and it was a very fun looking devil, but it had the like the circle and the
Sure.
bar through it.
Yeah.
He was like the most fun devil, or any California raisin shirt. If you still have
Yes.
those
Mhm.
will be the new like. Man, can you believe how racist this signage was? I'm like, I was
Right.
around for the California raisins, so yes, I can believe.
Well, and it's funny. I
They
remember
were
the
raising hell somewhere. If you were on vacation somewhere, they were raising hell.
raisin,
At yeah,
a raisin. Hell, yeah.
probably Daytona Beach mostly, but
Or
elsewhere in
or
the
or
South.
you got your Black Bart Simpson shirts that came out in like 1986, where like was like a Bart Simpson, but he's black and he's looking at you like this, and it says it's a black thing you wouldn't understand. And I remember that
Those
kids
are
wearing
still
that
for
to
sale
school,
on Venice Beach. You could
and
still get those at Venice
I'm
Beach.
sure, I'm sure. But it was that thing where it was just like, all right, it just people weren't offended by it, but you had you had ones like regular bar shirt, like eat my shorts and stuff like that. You couldn't wear that to
Mhm.
school. They'd send you home. You know,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Eat my shorts was a bad one. I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are
who the
you?
hell are you? That get sent home. Yeah, amazing.
Wow, what a rough one. And then you go to
Hmm.
high school. I got sent home because I was wearing a smoking Pope shirt that said smoking. I got in trouble.
Oh
It says
wow,
smoking. And a kid I knew was like walked by with a Cannibal Corpse T-shirt on.
the
Like
worst.
that just has like a de-skinned human bodies hanging
Yes,
from butcher. Like
my
doesn't say smoking. I'm like
my buddy
okay,
my buddy
cool.
Lev had
You should never.
a suicidal tendencies T-shirt that had like an axe in a head, and the head was on the ground, and there's cut up body
Mhm.
parts and just bloody shit all over the place. Fine, you know, we just look
Yeah.
at it like Halloween. Oh shit, we got some donations. Okay,
All
so
the Zorlak stuff.
this is for reach out and read. to get some books into the hands of impoverished youth and get them into reading. We got $50 from Cullen Ryan, who says, "Oh, Claire loves you."
Up?
Oh man, that dude's
what's
the best.
up, Eau Claire?
What's up, Eau Claire?
You played the Pulse in Eau Claire, right?
Amazing show, amazing night.
Really
you played it like 4 times, huh?
Been up there 2 or 3 times. Good.
$10 from Javisi, $5 from Anxious Pangolin, $10 from Rat Tank, and fuck it. Should we bring on this 70s DJ who time traveled to be with us?
Speaking of ST, suicidal tendencies, let's bring on old ST himself, Sam.
All right,
Tallent.
Sam, please welcome Sam Tallent. Oh, you look great.
And we could have done your credits first, but we didn't.
Talk about them.
Because the show is smooth and professional.
It really is.
I'm smooth and professional. I'm here in the bed that I mentioned that broke underneath my sleeping weight.
Oh my God.
You ever had that one happen to you, old Braunger? You're laying in bed, you're feeling good, you got a new bed frame, and then 8 a.m. you wake up to what you think is an earthquake, and it's just your own sleeping mass destroying your $200 bed frame?
The only time I broke a bed was with a girl in college, and we hadn't even done anything yet. Like something was wrong with her bed. We were on the bed and we were kissing in the bed, and then she's like, "Ha ha ha!" She's laughing. She's like, "I should go back to the party." Like,
oh,
bed just
must have been
ruined
the way to all these Star Trek DVDs we're gonna watch on your laptop.
You were cock blocked by gravity.
I was, sadly.
Which is also that's a Star Trek episode nobody's seen to be.
That is.
Where shout out to Rat Tank. Is Rat Tank? You guys just kind of breeze past that. Is that someone you guys know?
Who?
Who are you saying Rat Tank?
Rat Tank donated $10.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, Rat Tank. Yeah. No, I said that. Yeah, Rat Tank.
I know.
We get some cool names.
Yeah.
Did you see the name before that was Anxious Pangolin? So Rat Tank was kind of a distant second behind that one.
Yeah.
Anxious Pangolin, great magic card.
I'm
in Fort Collins, Colorado.
Foco.
Yeah, Foco friendly. I'm one of the Foco freaks, man. I'm up here. I live here now.
I'm assuming it's not because your wife is now a doctor and got a job there, but just because there's so much more comedy there instead of Denver.
Exactly, and also you have a free to fish. You don't have to have a fishing license here.
Man, it's that $5 that really held everybody back everywhere else.
Dude. The fucking government has their boot on the fisherman's neck. It sucks.
How far from Denver is that?
That is 1 hour and 7 minutes, man.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Right on.
It's great. It's up here. I went to the old reservoir today, walked my dog until he threw up, and then I hopped in the water.
Is that how you know when to stop?
Yeah, that's when I know he's tuckered.
That sounds cruel.
No, he loved it. He has a throat issue.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that next time. I'm gonna say that after this next bucket of rosé I pound.
Well, you do go to a veterinarian, so it makes sense.
Listen, if we've learned anything from Better Call Saul, that's where you go get things taken care of.
Yeah, is
you
that
don't have
Joe
health
DeRosa?
Insurance.
I really don't want Joe
Rosa's the vet
DeRosa.
net, yeah,
right.
I don't want Joe DeRosa fixing my dog. Honestly, I don't want.
How many people have vets that are doing their own healthcare in this country? That's a survey that I have not seen, which I would bet you would yield very real numbers.
It would be funny to see to just have a veterinarian on the show be like, how many people have come to you with fresh bullet wounds? Just be honest.
Oh, funny's a weird way to pronounce sad.
I had my improv coach when I first started taking improv used to eat dog Valium, and he pretended he had all these anxious dogs, and he would borrow dogs from people in the class and take them in and get dog Valium scripts.
God,
really? I was 18, so I thought he was the smartest man alive.
Wow.
I'm gonna do a little wolf and exercise right now.
I remember I actually studied under Del Close in Chicago a couple months before he died. Who people don't know, he basically started modern improv.
Do the lesson, then he would crawl under a bush and cough for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
You had to walk him till he threw up.
At one point on stage, I was like, you can't. I just yelled out, "You can't get good drugs in California," and Del was like, "What? Oh well, not China White anyway." And I'm like, "What? Like a type? Like he knows he he got mad at my initiation because it wasn't true, and then realized it was kind of half true, and he knew that you can't get China White in California.
Didn't he always
Heroin.
wear long sleeve shirts to hide his track marks?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, it did.
He would have loved Dog Xanax. If he had that scam, he would have lived forever.
Yeah. If he cut out the hard human stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Sharna should have got him on that health plan.
Yeah, some terrier pills.
I've not that this is related to anything, but I'm drunk. There's a show called Terriers. Remember, there's a TV show called Terriers because it's
Yeah.
we were all supposed to think that terriers are like mean dogs or something.
Yeah, wasn't Donald Logue in that?
Donald Logue, dude, the legend.
He's the best.
Like I'm not judging the quality of the show, but there's a show called Terriers. Like, you know about terriers, right? They're a boy. What a vicious, loyal animal. And I only thought like rat terriers. Like I just thought of like little dog. Like, that's a dumb name for a show.
Well, yeah, they hunt rats, and that they can also they'll fight badgers. Terriers are like super tough.
Yeah, you know what would have been great is that knowledge for everyone before naming your fucking show Terriers.
Not everyone, it can be a man of the world.
Well,
like Sam Talent.
Dude, Donald Logue was in a movie called The
Where did everybody's voice go?
Huh?
It's still here.
Damn it, to fuck all.
I think you're having a stroke left there, Kyle.
Well,
do you smell burnt hair?
Or oranges?
Is it oranges?
I think it's is that right? I know it's toast.
It's
like
toast
burning toasted
and burnt hair.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm worried of every new time I learn a smell, I'm like, fuck, I get so scared.
Oh yeah, when you get a smell out of nowhere and you gotta smell everything around you to make sure it's there.
And I have to ask everyone.
Sure.
Yeah, but you smell that? You smell ice cream? And they're like, yeah, we're eating ice cream. What's the matter with you?
The smell of ice cream.
Yeah, birthday cake ice cream. Oh, yummy. Favorite ice cream flavor, Braunger, while Kinane pulls his head out of his ass. What do you like?
Oh shit. I think I gotta go with something with like vanilla peanut butter, vanilla,
pretty missionary
like Reese's
style
Cups,
flavor.
I think, in a pinch off the top, or cookies and cream. Yeah. So
cookies and cream classic. I like a pecan ice cream.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You ever get like pralines in Louisiana? That candy?
Brother, who are you talking to? Have I had pralines?
Of course.
Come on.
Sorry.
I was asleep and a bed broke beneath me. I've had pralines.
I've lived, man.
Yeah.
The bed broke because of my praline use.
I'm out here, brother. I'm sucking it up. I got a 6th sense for pralines. Yeah, pralines rule. They're great.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kyle's having technical difficulties, I think.
Yeah, but no one watches this show for Kinane.
Oh, I think you're wrong there. I think because look, Kyle will just say something random he did that day that's funnier than anything I could have written. That's so specific and weird because he just gets himself into fucking trouble. I feel like you're like that. You're an adventurer. Like you have your book out now, Running the Light, right?
Yeah.
Which I want a copy, by the way.
Okay. I can get one to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's about the road, yeah? Basically.
Yeah, it's about it's about the guy you don't want to turn into, man. It's about, like an old broken down hack of a comedian who he had a shot. He was in like Beverly Hills Cop 2. And then he gets caught up in some bad news, and then the industry writes him off, and his wife leaves him, and he's a bad dad, and now he just like tries to find blow in New Mexico doing a Monday night show.
Oh,
it's really good, man. You would love it. You've been on the road.
I love the idea, and I love that angle because we've always known those dudes, and it's always dudes that are pure cautionary tales.
Mm-hmm.
Like you and I, we like to have fun, we like to have a drink,
right?
But like I remember there. I think I've talked about this guy, but I opened for this guy at Zany's, and he just crushed, gets off stage, and he's literally kind of shaking the whole time he's talking to me and just kept looking around. And I was like, is this guy like in withdrawal or what? But turns out, I think it's because he had done that act so many times that it was worn away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like his psyche was worn to the nub because he was too afraid to try new shit.
Yeah. it's a cage, dude. I mean, I'm sure you have the same problem where the first time you're at a club or the first time you're at a festival, you need to kill, so they'll have
Yeah.
you back.
Yeah.
Like you have to kill, or else like
Of course.
you're not gonna be able to come back to the Wichita Looney Bin or wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like I feel like that guy never got over that, and now
No.
he has to kill every time.
He never got any natural not only confidence, but just like liking himself.
Yeah.
I think you have to get to a point where you're just like, you know what? Fuck it. This was not my night. My life will go on.
Yeah.
This set will not haunt my nightmares. I'm sorry.
Right. And also, like, luckily you have a body of work that proves you're funny.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Where people kind of check for you.
It's funny you brought up Donald Logue earlier. Well, Kinane brought up Donald Logue before his burner laptop exploded.
Right.
I had a meeting. I had a meeting about the book or whatever, and they were like, "Who do you think could be the guy in the movie?" And I was like, John C. Reilly, Dwight Yoakam, Billy Bob Thornton. And then the guy I was meeting with was like, "What about Donald Logue?" I was like, "What? We're trying to get this thing made. What are you talking about?" I love Donald Logue. Donald Logue had a huge effect on me. He had a movie called Tao of Steve where he like was a fat guy who got laid still.
My buddy Lance Barber, who plays the dad on Young Sheldon, was in he was playing that role in. They made it into a pilot.
Really?
Yeah, because
Awesome.
that's Lance.
Yeah.
Lance was always the fat guy that could just pull any gal. Like he always would just score.
Well, I saw that when I was 13, and I was like, "What?
Yeah,
this is an option for me? Cool." I thought I was doomed.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, I love Donald Logue.
Me too, man. So hey, are you doing prenatal yoga with your baby mama?
Yeah, yeah.
I guess your wife would be the appropriate term.
Yeah, no, but she'll fucking call me baby daddy all the time. It's fucking whatever.
Yeah.
We're still like she's still like, hey, where's my boyfriend? We're still like, very married, but like talk that way. But
where's
yeah, we do prenatal yoga.
That hot load into me.
No, yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that prenatal yoga for sure.
How's it going?
It's rad.
Yeah.
It's like a community. It's this woman in Inglewood who only does yoga with like pregnant women and their partners, and it's you check in on each other, and then there's like people that where'd they go? Oh, they had their kid. They're gone.
Damn.
But I'm the only husband. All the other ones washouts.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's very upsetting. I would love to do prenatal yoga with my wife.
It's great. And
if she wasn't barren as the desert. I'm kidding.
Oh,
she's very fertile. No, she's lush. She's fecundant.
Do you guys have a kid?
Not that I know of.
Okay, nice.
Hey.
She should say that.
Yeah, right.
That was an Elaine. I remember that was Elaine Boozler line where she's like, "I don't have any kids that I know of." And when I was a kid, and I was crying laughing. I'm like,
okay. Oh, good. So I just did a Boozler joke.
Fuck yeah, Boozler rocks.
It's 2020, brother.
Come on. She's still awesome.
3 minutes on Boozler bits.
Yeah, you missed out. We're doing our favorite Boozler gag.
Just one. No, we're getting into the hot topic of burnt out comics on the road.
We're talking about the book? We're getting into
the
book?
Yeah. We're talking about instances from our lives. I was mentioning that dude that I opened for in Zanies that wouldn't stop shaking and was very nice.
John Roy.
It was not.
He's got heart issues. It's not drugs. That's several heart surgeries. I had a guy who would like. You remember how like they would have like the old headliners come back to MC for like once a month now. Like that's their kind of like a retirement plan for the old headliners.
Yeah.
And the guy like went on stage. I came back to headline, and he closed the show with his winter coat and hat on, so he can go out the door as soon as he walked off stage. That was the show. It's Kyle Kinane. Thanks for coming. Fill out the cards. And immediately, because the Zanies downtown, you walk off the stage and out the front door onto fucking Wells Street.
And you're gone.
Like, could not wait to even like 1 second.
That's incredible. God, I fucking love that. He's the guy who's just like, the minute he's on stage, his eyes looking for the light.
Yeah.
Just let me go. Let me go. I don't want to be here.
There was a guy, there's a Denver legend who like had some like brain trauma or whatever. And I saw that he was on the lineup for Go Bananas in Cincy. and he was like there like a couple weeks before me, and I was like, oh, how did he do? And they were like, oh, he fell off stage and like smashed a bunch of his teeth into the front table. Then he tried to finish the hour, and he was literally like bleeding from like every hole in his head while trying to close, and he couldn't remember his bits because he was so drunk.
That stage is only 4 inches high.
I know. Well, have you guys heard that story?
Fall off.
There was a guy that did Go Bananas, and he was a big fat guy, like way too fat to live. And he fell down getting up the stairs onto the stage.
No.
And he did his hour from like laying down. And then he sold merch laying down too. Because getting up was such a procedure for him. He couldn't get up.
Oh, that's fantastic.
What was his merch? Buttered t-shirts?
It was Life Alert bracelets.
mini defibrillator keychains.
How dare we?
Yeah, his t-shirt said, "I smell toast. Do you smell toast?"
How dare we will be there.
Yeah. Oh, if we're lucky. If we're lucky, we'll be there.
That's like
where's the ghost of Christmas future.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're a touring comic, your demise is in either a shitty hotel room or a better hotel room, or you get to die on a bus, and that way it's even harder to move your body out to the funeral home.
Sure.
Or it's easier because they could just drive the bus right to it.
Or I would say possibly on the floor of the Applebee's next to the hotel that you've fallen off your stool having your dinner.
Right, where they have a deal with the club where you get half off dinner. So you eat every meal there the whole weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, the discounts. I'm losing money if I don't take advantage of this.
Yeah.
Oh.
Have you heard the song Super 8 by Jason Isbell?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. I don't know that one.
It's a rocking tune, but it's also real close to home.
Yeah, it's like Gideon Bible by Mishka Shabali. It's just like everything I've ever lived through. It sucks.
Wow. How long did it take you to write your book, buddy?
A couple weeks.
Shut up. Are you serious?
No. It took me like I lived in Vegas for 2 years while my wife was in med school, the first 2 years of med school. And it was Vegas, so I didn't have any friends or rewarding behavior.
Right on.
I was gonna say, like you wrote that from Vegas in a bleak place.
Oh yeah, the saddest, most lonely I've ever been. Yeah. So yeah, the 2 years I lived there, I banged it out.
Wow. Jesus, I didn't know you lived in Vegas.
That's I know. You never answer my calls.
You.
No, man, I lived there. It sucked. One time, Kinane came out for punk rock bowling, and I walked around with Kinane and Mike Weeby from Riverboat Gamblers.
Oh yeah.
And you should have seen all these cargo shorts fat guys losing their minds. They would see Kinane and be like, "You're Kyle Kinane," and they look over and be like, "And you're Mike from Riverboat Gamblers." They lost their fucking minds.
They'd come twice.
Oh yeah, out of both poles.
My
butt and wing.
Chest piece is 4 sizes bigger than it should be.
Yeah, a lot of less than Jake leg tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Punk rock bowling is You've done Fest, right, Sam?
Oh yeah, never been paid for it because
nobody's ever been
the
paid
ex-booker.
Well, that's the thing. I know a mutual friend who got busted for they were like, "Oh, you need to book more diverse acts."
He was a honker.
I didn't know that I didn't know about that. But taking any kind of shit for you don't book diverse enough acts, and he's like, the payment is free tickets to a punk rock festival in Gainesville, Florida. Yeah. This is who accepted the payment. I'm not in charge of who says yes to the offers.
Yeah.
We offer the deal to a lot of people. It's fat guys with Three Stooges tattoos across their man tits.
Shannon Norman.
Yes to this. I got to side with you on that. It's not like you were not diverse. It's that the offer appealed to a select group of people.
Yeah, definitely.
Also a very fun time. Punk rock bowling, fun, but in a much more stand back and mock everyone kind of way.
By the way, I was talking the guy who booked Fest was a honker, not the punk rock bowling.
Yes, no, not punk. No, the guy that's.
He would just come up and grab tits?
I mean, allegedly.
Man.
Allegedly, man. Allegedly, bro. Punk rock bowling is like a lot of the people that still tell you they like the Cramps.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the Cramps.
They like
you
their
like
art.
the Cramps you like them at like a Halloween party.
Yes.
Right.
But can you imagine like that's your life?
No.
Like you gotta punch in. That's the kind of lifestyle you gotta punch into. Like, oh shit, we're out of bread. I better get my leopard print skinny leather pants on and my mesh top and my fucking pompadour because I gotta go to 7-Eleven.
I always think about that, like the tiredest guy in Guar. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't think I got it tonight. Can I just listen to Simon and Garfunkel, drink some white wine?
Who was telling me that they were on tour with, well, like they were one of the road crew and like those costumes smell so bad.
Probably Dave Stone.
Dave was out with Fozzy. He was part of Fozzy.
I didn't even know what Fozzy is.
Apparently Chris Jericho, the wrestler, had a band called Fozzy. And Dave Stone was their tour manager, and he was also a member of the band who would show up with a pig mask on stage and a chainsaw. Dave Stone has lived more lives than any of us realize.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, Dave Stone's like someone rubbed a lamp and he popped out and told a story.
But it's like not a good lamp.
No, it's really like the lamp from A Christmas Story. That's a woman's leg.
Yeah, and like you don't rub it, you kick it like a can.
Yeah.
You just gotta kick it, and then Dave pops out.
It's an old Weber grill that somebody rubbed. I don't think it's a lamp. I think it's an old grill.
Someone needs to write that short story. They just drunkenly overturned a Weber grill, and Dave rolled out.
So much ash
in a pile of ash.
You guys hungry?
I'm pretty sure that being the pig in Fozzy was still Dave's biggest credit until like a year ago.
He's doing all right.
He's doing fine. I love Dave.
Long Beach. He's loving Long Beach. He wants to just set up his smoker. He like lives in Boys Town of Long Beach, and he wants to just set up. He's like, is it like appropriation if I just go drink at the gay bar? I'm like, no, but you better get ready for some conversations.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, you are about to be the sexiest woman at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, nobody's seen you in there.
So you go post up drinking light beer at the end of the gay bar.
Oh yeah, and you're new meat. No one's seen you. You're not one of the regulars. Like, who's this guy? Who's the new guy?
Who's this breath of fresh air?
Oh look, we got someone to talk to. All right, here we go.
Somebody to talk to. Hey Sam, go fuck yourself.
Fuck off, Sam.
We got somebody to talk to.
I had a good run.
Please welcome Drew from Atlanta. Hey, Drew. Can you hear us?
Yeah. What's up?
All right.
There he is.
There he is. Hey, girl.
What's going on?
Did you break into a German beer hall during this quarantine?
So this is my wife's a florist. So we have 200 vases in this room.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought about the vase action of being a florist. Like, you got to get them in mass.
Mm-hmm.
I've never thought about one element of being a florist.
When I tell people, they're like, I just thought that the flowers were just kind of there. It's like, no, we just have a bunch of so we rent these to people. We charge a fee when we do the florals.
Wow.
You rent the vases?
It would be like a $20. So usually
like a wedding where they're on each table.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Large
I'm
scale
thinking
events.
Mother's Day if I gave my mom flowers and was like, also, by the way, that's just a rental fee for the
That's not your vase, Ma.
Whenever they die, just try and get it back over there.
Right. Yeah, I'm coming back for that. So don't get too.
They break knuckles.
They said they're going to come by at midnight. That's the only time slot they had to pick up the vase.
Right.
So just leave the front door open, Mom. Okay.
We did our own flowers for our wedding, Drew, because we didn't want to give in to big floral.
It's a problem,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's plaguing this community.
I think it saved us $17,000.
You'd be shocked at how much people spend. It's kind of gross.
Big Floral is the scariest and also gayest rapper I've ever listened to. So.
We have a florist named Z, who's an old skinny man that's in his tiny florist shop that I'm like, there's no way this guy makes a living to sell this. He has like, 7 plants, couple different roses, nothing major. I think the dude is like my neighborhood's version of the guy from The Town, just planning the heist like a gangster, just trimming the flowers. I think he gives young hoodlums starter money to go rob bread trucks.
Interesting.
Drew, what is your wife's business a cover for? It's okay.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching.
What kind of money laundering scam are you involved in?
No one's gonna believe it. Just talk about it.
Just laundering ammunition and other types of munitions into the country. We work very closely with the South Americans. So
did we get that? We're all under investigation.
I'm just doxing myself.
Then run in your room. Dude, how is Atlanta right now? What with the mandate to not use masks by your governor? That's crazy.
So it's really like, when Alabama's doing better than you, that you're like, well, we're like really fucking up, huh?
Just don't let me get last.
I mean, we've been in for a long time. We're going to continue to do so. It sucks. It's not fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
but your wife's got to be stoked that all the funerals are happening because she's cashing in on that.
It's tough. It's just tough when they're not staggered. That's the problem. You're like,
right.
We're out of lavender, damn it.
It's kind of fucked up that like every wedding gift or any gift we've given in the last 3 years has just been an arrangement. So it's just like, oh, we forgot a gift, so I guess here you go.
Brother, I'm telling you, if my wife wasn't downstairs completely nude, I would show you how many fresh flowers we have in our house. I fucking love fresh flowers.
I know, it's the best. Yeah, absolutely.
Me too.
I love it, dude.
That dude I'm talking about, we get a fresh bouquet every week. Put it in a vase in the kitchen. It's awesome. Livens up the room.
I mean, I appreciate that you guys are floral murderers, but we actually have living plants that we keep alive throughout the years.
What, succulents?
I mean Rachel. I don't.
You waking up with a handful of dirt on your face every morning does not mean you got a plant. You dug it out of the ground. You staggered inside. It's not
all you can eat. Eats a cactus.
It's a mouthful of cactus.
Fall asleep next to a model, it means you're successful. I fall asleep next to these plants in the yard, it means I'm a gardener.
Good job.
Yeah, but I mean, Atlanta is pretty brutal right now. It's been
Drew, that's good broadcasting. You realize when our riff had ended and you hopped right back on the grenade, and I appreciate
that's what's
that.
up. I
Good
love
work,
it.
dude.
Just trying to keep it going.
This is petering out.
He's got his governor and his mayor like at each other. Like the governor's just like, no, masks are wrong, and the mayor's like, what the fuck is happening?
I know it's kind of dope, but at the same time, like most people do wear masks. I mean, unless you're kind of a dum-dum, but I mean, you'll go to like Home Depot or something, and like the rednecks will be like, you can't force a mask on me. That's against my rights.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Home Depot is the new Gettysburg, isn't it? Home Depot is really the standoff.
Yeah.
The big box stores are where these battles are going to be fought.
Yes, dude. Even here, where like everyone's got a mask on at Home Depot, I keep seeing guys pull them off to ask people, "Hey, where's the spray paint? If you like, I can hear you through the. Put it back on, man. Stop."
How did you have a lit Marlboro Red under there the whole time? just spitting their chaw through it like Rorschach. Shit, forgot again.
Damn it.
Like throwing up on the Integratron. God damn it, man, it's all over my face.
He pulls it off. He's just like, it's in my goddamn eyes.
Can you still smoke, or could you still smoke in the bars in Atlanta when you can go to bars?
Up until about 6 months ago.
Okay. That was one of my markers of the not Wild West, but the Wild South, was like when you could still like walk in and be like, oh, call the fire department. Like, what's your problem? Like, oh, it's right, you could still do that here. That's
yes.
Yeah.
I think it was the Memphis airport where I'd land and I could smell it, and I was like, you know what? Even though I don't smoke anymore, I was like, good for you.
Yeah.
Good. I like that there's a spot. Like, go on. You can get barbecue and a cigarette in the airport.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No,
Yeah.
no, the phrase, is there a doctor on board, has never been said more than a flight leaving Memphis. That's when it's been like, well, we'll just put one on just in case. And then I flew out of I landed in Sacramento, where the announcement over the loudspeaker was like, we'll say this again. Do not smoke in the bathrooms. As Sacramento's its own.
That was a tough week for you, man. You worked Memphis and then Sacramento.
Wow.
You think that's tough? Those were connecting flights.
Oh,
no.
Oh.
I love paying as little as possible for my airfare.
I remember the first time I worked Star Bar, I walked in and that very scary door guy was smoking 2 cigars at once.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, this place rules.
Was that Star Bar Atlanta?
Yeah.
I think it's gone now.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
That got show. In spite of Rodney's efforts.
Yeah.
God bless.
Somebody did a GoFundMe for Rodney to like help him out, and then he just spent it buying rounds for everybody at Star Bar.
I told you that story, dude.
Was that you?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I gathered up like money from some people, yeah. And I walked in there, and at the end of the night, I was like, "Hey, thanks, Rodney, man. Like, I know you're in some tough times." I gave him like $500, and he was like, "Oh, thanks." And then he was like, "A round for everybody."
Damn it, Rodney.
Yeah, he took that money and laid it on the counter and was like, "Jameson for everybody."
God, dude.
Good guy.
Like,
let's do a bitch, please. Let's round it off. Do a bitch, please. Does anyone have something they want to bitch about?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Fucking United States Postal Service can suck my kiss.
Wow.
Okay, we're back on this again.
I got into this last week, Sam, and I took some shit for it.
Oh no.
Tell me your side.
Well, I've shipped around 2,000 books all myself out of my home, and they've probably lost, I don't know, around 100 of them. Whoa. Which means I'm one man. I got to replace these books, but it's media mail, so they'll open them up and see if it's actually a book in there or if I'm just selling mushroom capsules through the mail. I don't know what it is, but people will receive envelopes.
Let's stay away from the specifics, Sam.
Okay,
I get mail from you too.
It's all oysters. So, but yeah, they'll fucking they'll deliver the envelope with no book inside of it.
Oh,
people think I pranked them.
Oh man,
that was my problem with, like, I know this whole, we're supposed to save the USPS, and God bless them, and they're an institution that if they go away, we're in trouble. I've had nothing but, it's like somebody saying like, oh God, you know what? If Long John Silver's goes out of business, what a slippery slope for our society. I'm like, fuck that place. It was like good once. And then you kept going there and you're like, oh, this sucks all the time.
Look, I'm worried about vote by mail going away. That's basically it. Yeah, I don't think the place is ship shape.
Why do you worry about vote by mail now if this is how the post office is?
Fair, but it'll be worse if it's gone, is my point. And this is
I want men and women to be able to vote.
I'm not even I'm for that too, Sam. You know, like I will go a controversial opinion here and do that. Women should be able to vote. When is that going to happen?
Go out and collect women's opinions. It's your duty as a man to collect women's opinions and then vote according to that.
Let me go talk to my much more successful wife and get her opinion on things, just in terms of.
Yeah, it's funny. I'll try and complain to Emily, my wife, who's like a doctor or whatever, and I'll be like, "Oh, the post office lost 7 books," and she'll be like, "A baby died in my arms."
Well, put it in. And
right then, a mailman heard you out a window and laughed. Walking down the street.
Yeah, as he was running over dogs.
Why did it die? Was it in a U.S. post office envelope? Because it's the only way I've seen things not make it to their destination.
Hello.
What's your bitch, please?
It was wordy. The bit was.
It's not mail. It's not mail this time. What's your bitch, please?
I still want it to be mail.
I know, honey.
I had a pretty easy week. I think shrimp cooked too quick. Can I complain about
That's a great one. Damn you, shrimp. It's
you
true.
know, like you getting every like, oh, I'll put the shrimp in, I'll start doing a little prep work, and all of a sudden these shrimp are like, ah, we're
Rubber.
pink, bitch, let's go. And like, oh man, I was not like you guys are supposed to take your time.
That's
That's all I got.
shrimp is a good
Shrimp,
one.
Please.
That is a good
As
one.
as a
As a
shrimp
shrimp
farmer,
farmer.
we're trying to address that.
Yeah. That's
you
why we had you on the
farming
show, man.
Yeah, I'm a shrimp farmer now.
Author, shrimp farmer, comedian, Sam Tallent.
I
Love
love
her.
some Colorado shrimp. Oh, just fresh from the mountains.
That's actually what Sam calls the mushroom capsules he sends in the mail.
He's yelling at the post office guy.
I had 2 pounds,
Colorado
of Fort
shrimp.
Collins shrimp coming.
It will go bad within a day.
I had Foco shrimp on the way.
That's why I put it in media mail.
Now I'm serving 5 to 7.
I should have been serving
Drew.
5 to 7 shrimp per pound. They're big shrimp.
Drew,
what do you
outside
got?
of everything, you have a very real reason to complain about in Atlanta, Georgia, right
Yes.
There you go.
now.
So someone sent me my buddy sent me a tweet the other day, and I think it spoke to a funny like first world problem of when you Google a recipe for shrimp, right? All you want, or you Google a recipe for anything, all you want is just what temperature, how long, what are the ingredients.
Yeah.
Now you go to these blogs and they give you like this goddamn backstory about like their fucking life and why like why the recipe means so much.
Yes, dude. Preach, brother.
You get like this. They're like, well, my grandparents grew up in the deep south and like they grew collards on their farm.
Yeah.
It's
Or,
like,
or
just
they'll
like,
be like, it says you can use honey, but I use sorghum or molasses. So what's the difference between sorghum and molasses? Here's 5 paragraphs describing the difference. Dude, I'm with you, brother. I will.
Yes.
First thing we do, bomb the post office. Second thing we do,
There.
Throw the
yeah.
banks. Can we throw the banks in?
yeah.
Yeah.
then the people that
Agent
write
Cody
cookbooks.
Banks is next. But
Agent
yeah,
Cody Banks.
I hate that so much, Drew. I'm with you, dude.
Okay,
You gotta
good.
scroll.
Hands hot, shrimp's pink.
Yes.
All right, what's next? You know, when I was 6, I remember. I think I remember. Now, I'm not sure, but it could be.
Yeah.
It's like all these bloggers,
Absolutely.
they know how they have like a captive audience, so they just like wax poetically. They're like, oh, you're gonna read this whole fucking thing before I tell you how to cook this.
No, dude, I know exactly
they're
what
all
it is.
like
I've
that.
looked into this. It's SEO. It's search engine optimization.
Oh yeah.
So the longer it is, the more people are gonna be able to click on it and shit. It sucks.
Oh yeah. It's always a story.
I
Yeah.
thought it was false confidence of knowing you have a trapped audience.
That's what I used to think it was, for sure.
It's like when comedians are like, you know what? I'm moving into motivational speaking. Motherfucker,
God
they feel
damn it.
better because they couldn't leave until the check drop. It's not like you spoke to them personally. They're like, I paid for these drinks and I got nachos. I got to leave a bill still.
Mm-hmm.
That's not like, it's not like they're like, I'm in, this life, my life's better after I leave here. They
Okay.
forgot your jokes on the way to the car.
We got some new donations. $50. Lindsay Welch says, "Hey girl." $20.
Lindsay.
Hey girl.
Townsend.
Hey girl to yourself, Lindsay.
Hey, Brendan Townsend's a good guy, dude. Really good dude out there in old Savannah, Georgia.
Sweet.
I know.
Samuel Sherman, Kyle, Matt, and Sam in that order. $5.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
$5. Kyle Delaney. Thanks for bringing on Sam T.
Thank you, Kyle.
$20.
My man.
Snip Ticker. $25. No coin. $5. ST Bird Fan, and $30. Our old friend Swayze Meteor.
I love the idea of Swayze Meter being this very patient philanthropist.
That's the name of your next album, dog.
Yeah, Swayze
Oh, yeah.
Meteor for sure.
No, a patient philanthropist.
Ah, okay.
Can
Yeah.
I
Cool,
say,
good.
you know what? The other title of the album was going to be was either going to be Beloved Franchise or it was going to be Shocks and Struts because I walked by an auto parts store. I thought that was a cool name for something.
That's a good one.
Kyle Kinane, Shocks and Struts.
I remember considering
Because
naming
they're
my first
verbs
album.
also, Sam. They're verbs. You're an author.
I'm
You know
with
what
it, man.
verbs are.
Kinane,
You
I
son
listened
of
to
a
the
bitch.
album on Pandora, dude. It's very good.
Well, you heard enough of my dog shit on the road.
Yeah, I know. Remember in Kansas City when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
fucking crushed?
Hey, Rat Tank is solving our problem. Apparently, the diary recipes are a way to protect the recipe from theft. something about not being able to copyright a recipe online, but you can if it's contained in a piece of writing. There you go.
Oh, is
So
I'm still mad.
that's
Yeah.
that's why my rock hard horseshoe pretzels will never be stolen. Or teeth busters, as I call them.
because I threw the word bon appetit in a non-traditional area of the recipe, and now it's a piece of nonfiction.
Braunger, you had that bit about cheesy blasters, right?
Oh,
We
cheese
got
babies.
cheesy blasters.
No, mine was cheese babies and a hot boy.
Cheese babies and a hot boy. Yeah, dude. Me and
Yeah.
Jordan Dahl used to quote that to each other all the time.
If there's any Atlanta, Georgia is probably serving those menu items right now.
I'm sure.
Believe Drew, are you a fan of the Cookout?
I love
Restaurant
Cookout.
chain?
Oh yeah.
I got so excited when I found out. Braunger, are you familiar with Cookout?
Yes.
Just a drive-through named after a thing you were maybe going to do that weekend anyway.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Oh, let's go stop by Pee in the Shallow End. I'm like, all right. And I was like, what do they have? You know, stuff you'd have at a cookout. Even though I knew what it was going to be, I'm like, we have to go.
Hey, let's swing by Avoid My Kids.
She's got him this weekend. We're going.
Shit.
We got taco time up here, and I got my ass handed to me making a very bad joke. At taco time, I said, I in my best McConaughey, I said, taco time is a flat tortilla. And Rachel almost pushed me out of the car in the drive-through, deservedly so.
Well earned. Oh, we got K Dubco with $20. Take us to 255. Awesome.
Oh, Karen coming through. Karen's a reader.
What are we doing? We're helping illiterate kids read. I don't think that's how.
Sure,
mine
Kyle.
works, but all right.
Here's the deal with this thing, dude. Is like they get books into like your pediatrician's room, and then they encourage you to like
Hey.
read with your kids when they're young, and they do good stuff.
Hey, is this stranger gonna touch my body weird? Well, that sucks. At least I can read while I'm here. You know, everything children like. Oh, shots and homework. Cool.
Woo!
Don't let that stop you from still donating to this great charity that Sam brought in.
Speaking of donating, be sure to donate to the Patreon if you like this shit, everybody. Sorry to ask for dough, but I think we got to say goodbye to Drew. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Drew,
Yeah.
real quick, Drew, before you leave,
Yes.
is it because you were divided behind you by these vases, as Braunger likes to pronounce?
Vases.
We see a dark vase and a light vase. Are they
Yes.
for different occasions? Or is it like, are we truly looking at the heaven and hell of floral arrangements here? Because your presentation with the light over you and the
Great.
two different color vases, as I'm
Yes.
it's
So
kind of intimidating to be honest.
it's the only room in my house I feel like that gets great Wi-Fi.
Well, the resonance of the glass.
Yeah, I need to put like a carpet in here or something. No, some people just want brass. Oh, I'm pointing to glass or brass.
That's
It's
the other
like
side.
Glass, okay.
yeah, but this is the floral room. It's kind of like
Whoa.
Oh, you really ruined the illusion by showing
Yeah,
us the
yeah. That's
It's amazing. His chair's just made of flowers.
It looks like
right.
you're in some Da Vinci Code sort of chamber where, like, choose your fate. Also, it's a pile of bullshit we got over here. It's a litter pan.
Some
Yeah,
violets.
this is the room we just throw a bunch of shit in.
I like the pile of dirt.
Yeah.
Well, that has to go in the vases.
Right,
Or as you call it,
exactly.
soil. Excuse me.
Well, all right, Drew. Good seeing you, man.
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you
Drew,
for
buy my
jumping
book
on,
or
buddy.
else.
Be
Yeah.
safe down there. Be safe down there.
Be safe,
Yeah.
man.
See you guys.
See you, buddy.
Good times.
Ugh, thank
Right.
God Drew's gone, right?
Anything to plug before we wrap it up there, Sam, besides the book
Kidding.
or just
I
the
love
book?
Drew.
Sammy T got a book out. You
I got a
wrote
book, man.
goddamn
Kinane
book.
wrote the foreword. He did an excellent job. He was so
Okay.
nervous. He fucking killed it.
I was so intimidated because I was like, yeah, I get a comedian writing a book. And then I read the book and I was like, I don't want to write this forward because I feel like
I want to read it.
what I put at the front would make people like, if this is who's writing the forward, this book's gonna suck. Like I felt bad about it. So thank you. I was honored to do it, man.
You can buy it at samtallent.com, Tallent. Get a signed copy, hand delivered, hand mailed by me. Yeah. So also, I just want to say I listened to Kinane's album and it's very good. And I did get to hear him run that shit a lot. But remember when we were in Kansas City and they oversold the show and everyone had to stand? And it was like a bunch of like, your crowd. So like vampires and people who were conceived at Warped Tour. And you were like, oh, fuck. And then you went out and fucking crushed, dude, for like an hour and a half to all these people standing on concrete.
Wow.
Man, you're both the men.
Converse on concrete.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you crushed. I'm really happy. The new album's great, dude.
Well, thank you, man. And then the next night we went to Columbia, Missouri, and I did okay, but you crushed. And then we rode in the back of a pickup truck to a honky tonk. Yeah. You scared everyone by two-stepping alone with your backpack on the dance floor. And I sat there like a Russian bear trainer, like, is nice, is not mean, is nice. Because nobody in their ironic or not cowboy gear was like, what the fuck is this?
On that note, let's say goodbye to Sam. Thanks for coming on the show.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much. SamTallent.com. Peace.
Peace,
dude. A plug in the end. Yeah, you son of a bitch.